जय गुरुदेव प्रमला जी. Start. Oh, oh, oh. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. Brahmaraji?
Yes, we'll start from the 15th or 16th verse. I think we did 21 verses yesterday. 20.
Yeah, 21. Yogaratova, Bhogaratova, and one more we did, right? So from 15th.
No, we did Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam.
Yeah. That was the last one, Punarapi.
You want to chant this? Go ahead, Leela.
Okay. Kindly forgive me if my tuning is not okay. I'll just bring my glasses.
I can chant in the meantime. Angam galitam palitam mundam dashanavihinam jatam tundam vruddho yati grihitva dandam tadapi na munchati asha pindam agre vannihi prishthe banu ratrau chubuka samarpita janu करतलभिक्षस्तरुतलवासः तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशापाशः कुरुते गङ्गासागरगमनं व्रतपरिपालनमथवा दानं ज्ञानविहीनः सर्वमतेन मुक्तिं न भजति जन्मशतेन सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः योगरतो वा भोगरतो वा सङ्गरतो वा सङ्गविहीनः यस्य ब्रह्मणि रमते चित्तं नन्दति नन्दति नन्दत्येव भगवद्गीता किञ्चिदधीता गङ्गाजललवकणिका पीता सकृदपि येन मुरारिसमर्चा क्रियते तस्य यमेन न चर्चा रत्याचर्प नो पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम् इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे रत्याचर्पटविरचितकण्ठः पुण्यविवर्जितपन्थः योगी योगनियोजितचित्तो रमते बालोन्मत्तवदेवा कस्त्वं कोऽहं कुत आयातः कामे जननी को मे तातः इति परिभावय सर्वमसारं विश्वं त्यक्त्वा स्वप्नविचारम् त्वयि मयि चान्यत्रैको विष्णुः व्यर्थं कुप्स्यसि मय्यसहिष्णुः भवसमचित्तः सर्वत्र त्वं वाञ्छस्याचिराद्यदि विष्णुत्वम् शत्रौ मित्रे पुत्रे बन्धौ मा कुरु यत्नं विग्रहसन्धौ सर्वस्मिन्नपि पश्यात्मानं सर्वत्रोत्सृज भेदज्ञानम् भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति ढुक्रन्करणे Bella, are you able to read? If not, I'm
Yeah,
here to read.
yeah, yeah. No problem. I'll just give me 2 minutes, huh? We completed verse 21st, right? Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam.
Hari Om, we completed verse number 22. Today 23. Kastam ko hamkuta ayata. Yesterday we did no man of perfection. The comparison between the like children.
Yeah.
Rajvardhan, man of perfection.
Is this the same text? What I am projecting? Because the two-page view is not visible here.
This is 22. This we are projecting. Yeah, next page. Yeah, this. Yeah, this
one we have
23.
to.
Yeah.
It's a victory. कस्त्वं कोऽहं कुत आयातः कामेऽन्निको मे तातः इति परिभावय सर्वं सारं विश्वं त्यक्त्वा स्वप्नविचारं भज गोविन्दम् कः त्वं आर् यू कः who aham am I kutah from where ayatah did I come kah who is me my janani mother kah who is me my tatah father iti thus paribhavaya enquire sarvam all asaram essenceless vishwam the entire world of experience tyaktva leaving aside swapna vicharam a mere dreamland born of imagination bhaja seek govindam govinda कः त्वं कः अहं कुतः आयातः कः मे जननी कः मे तातः इति परिभावय सर्वम् असारं विश्वं त्यक्त्वा स्वप्नविचारं भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दम् Who are you? Who am I? From where did I come? Who is my mother? Who is my father? Thus enquire, leaving aside the entire world of experiences, Vishwam, essenceless and a mere dreamland born of imagination, Swapna Vicharam. I repeat, who are you? Who am I? From where did I come? Who is my mother? Who is my father? Thus enquire, leaving aside the entire world of experiences, Vishwam, essenceless and a mere dreamland born of imagination, Swapna Vicharam. Seek Govind, seek Govind. An individual's life in this world is played out in an intricate web of mutual relationship. In the tapestry of existence, individuals and their relationship between each other are the warp and woof. A right relationship between me and the objects and beings around me can be maintained only from the standpoint of my awareness and understanding of myself. I repeat, an individual's life in this world is played out in an intricate web of mutual relationship. In the tapestry of existence, individuals and their relationship between each other are the warp and woof. A right relationship between me and the objects and beings around me can be maintained only from the standpoint of my awareness and understanding of myself. If I am drunk or mad, or by any other reason, if I have come to forget myself, I will certainly keep an unhealthy and even dangerous relationship with things and beings around. In life, we are called upon to keep intelligent contacts with the world around, and therefore, the most profitable knowledge is indeed to know ourselves. In our ignorance of ourselves, we become abnormal and act either as a lunatic or a drunken fool. The poison of ego renders us completely delirious. I hope I'm correct in my pronunciation. The poison of ego renders us completely delirious, and hence we are made to feel shattered and fall into utter dejection and Arjuna Sthitihi. Close observation and intelligent inquiry alone are the methods by which all misapprehensions are ended, be it about the outer world of objects or about the inner world of experiences. In life, it has been well noted that wherever there is a non apprehension of a thing, misapprehensions about it arise. When things of the world are not understood as they are, they start playing their pranks upon the observer, and according to the observer's imaginations, the world becomes a caricature, at once vulgar and ugly, with exaggeration and lopsided magnifications. Therefore, a spiritual student is advised in Vedanta to exhaustively and scientifically inquire the subject in himself. Inquire the sources from which we must have risen. Let us not take things for granted. Let us make use of our rational intellect. Inquire where from we have come and where are we bound to. Whence and whither? Who are you? Who am I? Where have we come from? Who is really my mother? Who is the father? These are the lines of inquiry suggested in the verse along which we must try to investigate in order to end our misconceptions and reach the true apprehension of the reality. This is not possible for us at this moment because our mind is not readily available to turn upon itself and make such subjective inquiries. Our minds are at present too much preoccupied with their enchantments regarding the world of objects outside. Until a mind gets relieved from these dissipating preoccupations, that mind will not have the necessary freedom to apply itself totally in within. I repeat this paragraph. This is not possible for us at this moment because our mind is not readily available to turn upon itself and make such subjective inquiries. Our minds are at present too much preoccupied with their enchantments regarding the world of objects outside. Until a mind gets relieved from these dissipating preoccupations, that mind will not have the necessary freedom to apply itself totally in within. Vishwam is at pregnant Sanskrit word with an endless 74. So Vishwam is a pregnant Sanskrit word with an endless width and depth in it, for it contains in its meaning all human possibilities of experiences. I repeat the breaking of voice. Vishwam is a pregnant Sanskrit word with an endless width and depth in it, for it contains in its meaning all the human possibilities of experiences, physical, emotional, and intellectual. Leaving aside, advises the author Yogananda, the entire world of experiences, Vishwam, realize that it is essenceless and that it is a mere dreamland born of imaginations, Swapna Vicharam. In the empirical field of experiences, everything perishes. constantly, and so all are unreal. In Mandukya Karika, Sri Gaudapada argues and shows us logically that the waking state of experiences are as unreal as our experiences in our dream. There is a footnote. Shankara, in his commentary upon the Karika, brings this out in a five-membered syllogism, Anumana. Things seen in waking are illusory, pratigya, because they are seen, hetu, like the things seen in the dream, drashtanta, as in dream there is illusoriness for the things seen. So even in waking, the characteristic of being seen is the same, hetu, upanayana. Therefore, even in waking, the illusoriness of things is declared nigamana. So, anuman, pratigna, hetu, drishtant, upanayana, nigamanam. I read once again. Shankara, in his commentary upon the Karika, brings this out in a five-membered syllogism. Anuman, things seen in waking are illusory. Pratigna, because they are seen, hetu, like the things seen in the dream, drishtanta, as in dream there is illusoriness for the things seen. So even in waking, the characteristic of being seen is the same, hetu, upanayana. Therefore, even in waking, the illusoriness of things is declared nigamana. So it is proved that the things in the dream world are same as things in the real world. They are as unreal as they are in the dream. So in Mandukya Upanishad Karika, Sri Gaudapada argues and shows us logically that the waking state of experiences are as unreal as our experiences in our dream. Thus, having dismissed all the haunting sense passions from our mind, turn it towards a close observation of our own subjective personality. Such enquiries will reveal not only the hollowness of the world of names and forms of endless bewitching enchantments, but it will also reveal the empty vanities of the life as we know life. This stanza is attributed to Sri Yogananda. So unless we turn from mana to nama, the journey doesn't begin from that unreal to the real. If you want me to repeat any paragraph, just let me know. Who is our real father? Who is our real mother? Who are you? As per Sri Ramana's question, who am I? Otherwise, we will be remaining in the Vishada Yoga of Arjuna as he was.
The thing of close inquiry and close observation and intelligent inquiry alone are the methods by which all misapprehensions are ended. Again, coming back and pointing out that
Dr. Brahma,
I'm not
voice is, the volume is very low. Can you?
Yes.
Very feeble voice is coming.
With earphone, it is okay, very good.
Is it better now?
No,
Yeah.
it's
Better.
still not, I think.
I think I have to move closer to the router in my. Yeah, I'll do that. So, time and again, Swamiji has mentioned this. It is only jnana devatu kaivalyam. It is only through close observation and intelligent inquiry are the methods by which all these apprehensions. See how it is. It is very coincidental that I had this dream. 1 minute, I just want to. It's very coincidental that I had this dream, and it was so real in the dream that my parents had come back here. And it was, I could so vividly, with so much of clarity. Normally, I don't remember a dream so well. So much of clarity as to what each of them was doing, even as much as they were what they were talking. And for me, that was so real. And then when I got up, I said, "Oh my, that was only a dream," you know. And then this whole life that we are living right now is actually like it is a dream, not like a dream. It's just that we have not woken up from this. Just imagine if in the state of realization, just like how we wake up and say, oh, that was only a dream. At that point of realization, you would realize that this whole jagat and all the relationships that we've had, everything is just fleeting and as illusory as a dream. And when we consider life like this, we will be able to live life lightly and not get stuck into events and situations, conflicts. We'll be able to walk like walking on the clouds, like how Gurudev keeps saying. Walk lightly, lightly, like as if you're walking on clouds.
In the first paragraph also, like how Shankaracharya talks about the right relationship, which can be maintained only if a person is aware and has some understanding of himself. Then only he can carry the relationships better, and they'll be healthy. And otherwise, he will like there'll be malice in the relationships also. So it all culminates to one's own how much we work up upon ourselves, so that for us also and for the society and the people around us also, we are in a better way of giving. This is so like I can't imagine how in detail the text has been put. It's literally a wonder. Yeah.
Can we read that paragraph again, the first one, Bela?
Yeah, yeah. And I request Brahmaraji kindly explain this Mundaka Upanishad, this five Anuman, Pratigna, Hetu, Drishtant, Upanayana, Nigamanam. 75, 74. You mean the first paragraph here, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. An individual's life in this world is play out in an intricate web of mutual relationship. In the tapestry of existence, individuals and the relationship between each other are the warp and woof. A right relationship between me and the objects and beings around me can be maintained only from the standpoint of my awareness and understanding of myself. If I
Just
am
1 second, 1 minute. This warp and woof, these are on uh, the person, what is that? The one who weaves, then the weaver in the weaving machine, there are two strands. One is horizontal and the other is like vertical, right? These are the
correct.
warp and the woof that
Oh,
from which you can actually make the fabric from those cotton threads or whatever threads. So that is why he's mentioned in the tapestry of existence. Individuals and their relationship between each other are the warp and the woof.
warp and the woof. Okay, very beautiful. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. A right relationship between me and the objects and beings around me can be maintained only from the standpoint of my awareness and understanding of myself. If I am drunk or mad, or by any other reason, if I have come to forget myself, I will certainly keep an unhealthy and even dangerous relationship with things and beings around. In life, we are called upon to keep intelligent contacts with the world around, and therefore, the most profitable knowledge is indeed to know ourselves. In our ignorance of ourselves, we become abnormal and act either as a lunatic or a drunken fool. The poison of ego renders us completely delirious, and hence we are made to feel shattered and fall into utter dejection and Arjuna sthitihi. Close observation and intelligent inquiry alone are the methods by which all misapprehensions are ended, be it about the outer world of objects or about the inner world of experiences.
Yeah. Thank you, Bila. See,
Yeah.
it's very coincidental. Like that, the previous shloka was all about how a person bala unmatta iva, a man of realization, is is like a madman because he is not concerned about his uh, he's above all these relationships. But then a man who is steeped into samsara also acts like a madman because he's ignorant of himself. Two directly contrasting situations, but both are, um, like madmen. One is on one extreme, the other is on the other extreme. Here he's so into his ego, whereas there he is completely out of it.
Yeah. In the previous shloka, uh, uh, there is a very beautiful word which is given by Swami Sarvapriyananji. Bhumananda. He feels himself as so vast that he is not able to find any other. He sees everything as himself. And here, like when he is drunk or not bothered, that time he becomes irresponsible about himself and the world around him. That is the basic difference. Should I repeat the rest of the thing also, Brahmaraji? I think I'll repeat, yeah. It is very beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In life, it has been well noted that wherever there is a non apprehension of a thing, misapprehensions about it arise. When things of the world are not understood as they start playing their pranks upon the observer. And according to the observer's imaginations, the world becomes a caricature catcher, at once vulgar and ugly with exaggeration and lopsided magnifications. Therefore, a spiritual student is advised in Vedanta to exhaustively and scientifically inquire the subject in himself. Inquire the sources from which we must have risen. Let us not take things for granted. Let us make use of our rational intellect. Inquire from where from we have come and where are we bound to, whence and whither, who are you, who am I, where have we come from, who is really my mother, who is the father. These are the lines of inquiry suggested in the verse along which we must try to investigate in order to end our misconceptions and reach the true apprehension of the reality. This is possible for us at this moment because our mind is not readily available to turn upon itself and make such subject inquiries. Our minds are at present too much preoccupied with their enchantments regarding the world of objects outside. Until a mind gets relieved from these dissipating preoccupations, that mind will not have the necessary freedom to apply itself totally in within. Vishwam is a pregnant Sanskrit word with an endless width and depth in it, for it contains in its meaning all the human possibilities of experiences, physical, emotional, and intellectual. Leaving aside, advises the author Yogananda, the entire world of experiences, Vishwam, realize that it is essenceless and that it is a mere dreamland born of imaginations, Swapna Vicharam. In the empirical field of experiences, everything perishes constantly, and so all are unreal. In Mandukya Karika, Sri Gaudapada argues and shows us logically that the waking state of experiences are as unreal as our experiences in our dream. Thus, having the vanities of the life as
You were
we
not
now
audible.
live.
You were not audible for some time. I don't know whether it was my internet or your internet.
Is it?
For
That's
us also.
the last paragraph.
Oh, okay. The last paragraph.
No, thus having dismissed. That is the one.
Okay. I read once again. Thus, having dismissed all the haunting sense passions from our mind, turn it towards a close observation of our own subjective personality. Such inquiries will reveal not only the hollowness of the world of names and forms of endless bewitching enchantments, but it will also reveal the empty vanities of the life as we now live. This stanza attributed to Yogananda. So unless we are inward, as long as we are in the mana aspect, we will remain in the Vishwa, which is nothing but only Sapna only. It is as good as the dream. So from mana to nama, the inward journey, which gives us the close observation of our own true nature.
He talks of close observation and scientific inquiry, intelligent inquiry, right? So, when the empirical world of existence, that is in the dream, we all experience dreams. In the dream, things are manifest, they come into being, and then they die. And then when you wake up, you realize that it is only illusory. That is such an experience all of us have almost every day, right? So, when in the empirical field of experiences, everything perishes constantly, and so all are unreal. So that is, we all know that the dream is unreal. The dream is something that we have created, we as though experience it, but it perishes, and we know that it is only illusory. So likewise, in this Karika that Shankaracharya is talking about, the Mandukya Karika, Sri Gaudapada, when you go to the footnote, yeah, so in his commentary of this Mandukya Karika that Sri Gaudapada has given, he brings this out in a 5-membered syllogism, Anumana. Things seen in the waking are illusory because they are seen. See, even in the dream we see, isn't it? Like for me, I can't, I have to really, I'm wondering how that dream was so real. It seems so real, but it was all seen. So it becomes only illusory, like the things seen in the dream, drashtanta. As in dream, there is illusoriness for the things seen. So even in waking, the characteristic of being seen is the same hetu upanayana. Therefore, even in the waking, the illusoriness of things is declared. So this is, if you're in your, when you compare what we are seeing in the waking world, waking state, to what we experience in the dream state, there is no difference with respect to the objects and things being seen. So because they are seen, they are illusory. So everything that is seen, and that is what we see, right? When we see the seer, scene, and the scenery, all those that we see are not real. If you remember Swami Dayananda's thing on Nirvana Shatakam, Atma and Anatma, there are only two things. Everything that we see, that we perceive, comes under Anatma. And that includes this whole world, this world of relationships, events, objects, and everything. So with this understanding, when you like you rightly pointed out, instead of mana, go back into nama, become antarmukhi. And then when you are antarmukhi, you're not going outwardly into you're not driven by your passions for the world of objects. So that much more you're occupied, you're available for inner manana, your inner observation, inner inquiry. Otherwise, the mind is so full of, it's all the slots are filled up, so to say. There is no slot for becoming antarmukhi, no slot for nididhyasana, no slot for manana. But when we relieve ourselves from those passions and we live a need-based life, not greed or desire-based life, then slowly but surely there is this antakarna shuddhi. So more and more slots get empty for nididhyasana to happen.
Jai
And then you're
Gurudev,
like,
Yeah.
I have a doubt here, but if you have responsibilities unfinished or continuing responsibilities,
Yeah.
won't that also occupy your mind?
Yeah, you need to, but how do we do those responsibilities with an attitude of yajna bhava? You're still hooking yourself to Murari there. See, you're doing your whatever you're doing. We have to. If you look at Karma Yoga, you can't relinquish your responsibilities. You're here to get rid of your Sahaja Vasana. By the way, Sahaja is Sa is along with Ja is born. So Sahaja Vasana, we were having a question yesterday, are those vasanas that we are all, each of us is born with. And we have to purge them in this janma. And it is only through
Could you
action.
could you please say the meaning of Sahaja again? Ja is born.
Born and
I didn't get the
Saha
point.
is along with.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Saha, like Sa. So whatever, each of us is born with a different set of vasanas, right? So whatever vasanas each of us is born with, that, and that will determine our attitudes, the way we behave, and everything. So we are in this world, we are given this human life to, number one, realize our ultimate potential. Number two is, how do we do that? To get rid of these vasanas is only through actions. Actions of what kind of actions? Actions that are done in an attitude of yajna bhava and with an attitude of non-doership. Non-doership, you're doing with an attitude of yajna bhava, and then you're praying to Murari, please redeem me of this ego. Take, you're the destroyer of the ego. Please take care of my ego as well. And this ego is nothing but born out of Maya. So when we, of course, we have to fulfill our responsibilities. We cannot relinquish them. Like Rajima says, whatever Kurukshetra you are in, you have to fight it out. You not fight it out, you have to do your duty. You cannot relinquish your Kurukshetra. But keeping.
Yeah, I understand that. And that's what I'm saying. When you're in your Kurukshetra, this is my experience. Even though you want to empty your mind of all the other thoughts, somehow they come and I know this is Maya's power, and you're not able to, you don't know what to do, and so you're kind of stuck.
I don't think so, Sumaji. If you are attached to the higher, although you are doing whatever you're doing on a daily basis, you are still, it is all about that awareness, I think. There may be times and moments when you are overpowered by the world or whatever thoughts you're getting, but with this constant practice, that's why punaha, we have to come back here. This constant awareness is there. It's like the tanpura. Instead of saying, I want, it will be saying, the divine. It'll be having thoughts of of Brahman, of Murari.
Can I say something?
Shall I say something?
Actually, you will become Sahaj with the Sahaj, whatever we have brought, and you will not feel burdened about that responsibility.
It's not about burden, it is about not knowing how to go about it.
So it has come, it will go, and whatever is needed, we have to do that, and we have to be Sahaj. Means, um, Sahaj means very effortless, and Sahaj means क्या कहेंगे उसको इंग्लिश में? Sahaj means it is very normal. So it will be a normal thing, everyday thing like that. Every day we have a responsibility. Every day there are many responsibilities. Getting up, cooking, every small thing.
See in that shloka,
But
Yogaratova Bhogaratova Sangaratova Sangavihinaha Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam Nandati Nandatyeva. So whether he is doing, whether he is following a path of yoga wherein he's uh, renounced everything, or Bhogaratova, he's enjoying everything. Sangaratova Sangavihinaha, whether he is with people or sitting by himself in the Himalayas, or aloof, sitting by himself, he is Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam. That is, as long as his mind is reveling in the thoughts of Brahman, Nandati Nandatyeva. He is always in that heightened awareness, and he's in that state of happiness and bliss. So this will become, see, the clutches that the world has on you will slowly start getting looser. You will not get upset like the way you did. And that is, I think, in all our experience. For me, at least, after having done the art of living and having done all these practices with this knowledge, momentarily you might, but it'll be like writing on water. It will quickly disappear. They don't stick. Those impressions don't stick like they used to before. If you're upset, you're not upset for days on end. You're just upset momentarily, isn't it? So there is a subtle change. It's just that we are not able to completely um, realize it, but it's there. There is a difference. Dr. Mara, Sumaji had this question of, we were talking about how
Yeah.
we have to turn mind inward, but we have our responsibilities in the world. So won't the mind be filled up with all those thoughts? So where is how does this inward journey begin? Because you have your responsibilities to fulfill. We were talking about how to live, how to do an act in a sense of doership, with a sense of non-doership, sorry, and as a yajna, doing everything as a yajna, and
Yeah.
praying to Murari with that connect. If you remember that verse where we said we need
Right.
the grace of the master, that ship will not walk in the harbor unless that pilot ship comes and takes it in.
Right. Yeah.
With with this Manana, no, Sumaji, there will be a difference, isn't it?
Yes, I I have noticed the difference, but of late I feel that I don't know what to do, and whatever I'm doing is not working, or it's not going in the right direction, or some sort of a confusion in my mind as to what to do and what not to do. And so I feel very stuck. That's what I meant.
Jai
To
Gurudev.
bring back Murari, somehow it is not happening like before.
Can I say something, Somaji?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
If I'm taking too much time, we can skip.
No, I think
No.
the question is relevant.
It's a common issue, I think, with everyone. And I think, like, what I have experienced myself, I am just sharing that. It is that japa which helped me a lot. All that cluttering going on inside and being affected by the people, situations around, that starting with the japa with the bead, I shifted over to the ajapa jap, and you would not believe how it helped me maintain my peace and that serenity inside, that I sometimes myself think like how that peace is maintained, that things are going on, but I'm not much affected. It is only that the attitude has to be changed from within. the things or situation or people which were affecting you initially, they are the same, but only that your attitude or your response or your reactions have changed. So it is basically what is happening, that inner engineering is happening, and that happened with the help of the ajapa jap.
What is
Because
ajapa
just now
jap?
Dr. Brahma said, it is that mantra is going on inside you every time. As soon as you are waking, and when you
Okay.
go to sleep, you take the mantra. That it is said that even if you are sleeping with that mantra keeps on going inside your consciousness. It plays whole night. And when you get up in the morning, that mantra, you wake
Comes
up
back.
with that mantra only. Yeah,
Yes,
it
yes.
automatically comes with as you open your eyes, that mantra starts.
It used to
You'll
happen to
see
me.
that.
It used to be
Yeah,
like that, but of late I feel it's not like that. So I don't know what is happening and what I should do or what I should not do.
Jai Gurudev.
Some kind of
Sumaji, here I want to share the practical example. Yesterday evening, my father is admitted into ICU, and we are going to Pune now. And see, all our relatives, my own brother, and everybody has their own opinions. But we need not become. Many times, what happens, we are not ready to surrender ourselves to the divine. See, put your 100%, and then what he will say, okay, I need to do like this, that takes you into confusion, and then ego comes, then hurt comes, and everything. See, people will always be tossing you around, but you just close your eyes, take steps, surrendering to the divine. This is the best I can do in this situation, and I have done my best, and then learn to relax in the divine. Because see, in Maya, whichever you play, there will always be so many people, equal and opposites will always be there. So that's what I feel, because 100% every time you cannot be right, and then you cannot satisfy everybody's expectations. That's what is practical example I'm sharing with you. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, Jai
Thank you so
Gurudev, I had a question that no doubt japa of mantra does make your mind calm and you're in peace. But without knowledge, does one change the nature through japa only? Because ultimately, it's knowledge that will bring the changes and keep us in a day-to-day activity.
all things go hand in hand. No, the meditation helps, then the japa, and then the knowledge. They each one has its effect on our constitution basically. So it is not one thing which is having the whole say. It is everything. Even your the ahar vihar vichar which you follow, like the Patanjali Sutra. So it is all added effect which is there. You can't say to one thing. Japa jap
true,
is
true.
that you are constantly taking the names of the Bhagwan in any form of mantra. So that name, it has some vibration of its own, that mantra, and then your mind is not it is not entangled in other things, and you will not be like that. That how much the reactions which you will be showing if you are not doing anything, and a person who is doing that japa jap, because I've seen it on myself, like how the mantra, that you don't wish to react also, like, or it that you seem it is you, or that acceptance increases. That acceptance increases to such level that you don't wish to react, or there's no wish, rather you don't react spontaneously also. It is not that by wish you do it. It is you use that spontaneity is there. Uh, Things do not make you like they do not topple off your balance basically. So it is
Yeah.
knowledge also,
No,
and it is Everything
Savita
I
ji, I agree, but then knowledge is ultimate. In my opinion,
yeah,
I'm not.
knowledge
Yeah.
knowledge is ultimate. I do agree with that. But these are the practices, the sadhana. What do you do in Sahat Samadhi? What do
Yes,
you
what
do?
Yeah.
you're saying is
No,
absolutely
I
right.
agree.
Yeah.
The thing is, even in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, it is said that this japa that you do is one of the, like chanting Om, it is one of the ways to get into Samadhi state, and then your mind is not disturbed. There are so many different methods described there for getting into Samadhi. Both are right. Knowledge is required, definitely. Knowledge of chanting, that itself is knowledge. And that leads to Samadhi, by which your mind does not get disturbed, your mental equanimity is never lost. So both of you, what you are saying, it's not at crossroads at all. It is these are the different methods that are explained in Patanjali Yoga Sutras for getting into samadhi. There are so many different ways you get into samadhi. Even if you go to a place of your choice, like a beach, if you're fond of a beach, if you're fond of going within mountains, you go to a hill resort or a mountainous area and meditate there. That itself, being one with nature, becoming one with nature, that itself is a way of getting into samadhi. So many different methods are explained over there of how to get into samadhi, and that brings about the calmness in the mind, the mental equanimity. So many methods are explained there of getting into samadhi. A whole chapter is there on samadhi. So both are right, the way you say it. What has worked for me is that from the ego point of view, ego not as ego, but like holding on to an identity. Like I'm the wife, I'm the husband. So even there, that my wife, my son, my child, all those kind of my parents, all those kind of thing is also an ego state to be in. Letting go, and then when you say like what Gurudev says, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one big family. When you make the whole world yours and not just that limited family in which you are bought as yours, and you let go of that also, or let go of the holding on to an identity, my parents, my wife, my son, like that, then when you have that kind of universality, you are combined to the whole world, that you feel one with the world, then you will find that this kind of issues will no more bother you. Like somebody mentioned, going to hospital and everybody having differences of opinion in their way of treatments or whatever, or they have to say. I would say they come from ignorance, and I would not be affected by what they say in a hospital. So from that point of view, and then it's like so many other people will come to you when you have this universal this thing of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. You'll find people coming and helping you. My wife had been suffering from cataract and glaucoma and high sugar, and for 1 year she suffered like her sugars were not coming down. We went to various different diabetologists, and most of my volunteers took me to different doctors whom they thought were the best. And yet it wouldn't come because she was stubborn. She wouldn't want to follow diet plan, or she wouldn't want to increase her insulin. So it took nearly 1 year. But every time that she would get agitated coming back, the insulin dose being things, I would not say anything. And whenever she was calm and the sugar would come high and she would write, and she say, "Oh, the sugar has again shot up," I would say, "See, the doctor has said this. You need to have this in your diet." Very calmly, I would say it. And finally, it ran home because I was never angry. I was never worked up. From last November till now, till the surgery was performed and the sugar came under control, I would just, as a matter of fact, make statements which were true, that in order to make the sugar less, you need to follow this diet. So, like, finally, she saw the points, and finally, she did it. She went on soups and salads. She increased her insulin dose, and the sugar came below 170, and the doctor could operate. And all the volunteers were there. I don't have a car. Somebody came with a car to take us, even for a post-operative this thing. They took us with them in their car. So many different people came out. So, it's not just you, me, and your family. Once you let go of that ego state, and you accept everybody around you. So many of my volunteers, they have lost their sister, they have lost their husband, they become a young widow, etc. All of them, I brought them out by knowledge sessions only. And when they have come out of that, now they are so helpful to me because it's become like one big family for me. Somebody is bringing in some vegetables, somebody is bringing in some chapatis. Because she cannot cook, she cannot go to the kitchen for 7 to 10 days. So God knows from where that Guru's grace flows and everything falls into place. But that universal acceptance of everybody, don't limit yourself to I, me, my family. This, my husband, my child is the root cause of our sufferings. They are not listening to me, they are not listening to us, or I have to do things for them. Start doing things for everybody, no? And then everything will fall into place. People will start doing things for you and your family. As you sow, so shall you reap. The karma theory is there. So many different ways of approaching the same subject. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Percy ji.
And even just
Yeah.
one thing, even if it is not happening the way you want, take it as your prarabdha, because if some certain period of time and certain sufferings, if they are to be bear down, you just surrender to God and give me strength so that I forbear this. It is the best thing which we can do, like, and it happens with all of us. Sometimes situations are such that no prayers, nothing is affecting us, but it is then that surrender that should happen, that will take you, relieve you of that thing, and it will give you some way or the other, and it definitely works. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Just a
you.
note on the japa is, even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yajnanam japa yajñosmi. Of all the yajnas, I'm japa yajna. And even a sannyasi, he does not he continues to do japa. That's one of the things. So we know what the effect of japa is. When you're doing japa, it will replace the thoughts of in your mind that would have otherwise preoccupied your mind. So you know what the next thought is. The next thought, it is only the mantra, mantra, mantra that keeps happening. So there is no room for any other outside thought to come. That's why japa is so purifying. And
Manana trayate iti mantra. Simple.
although what you said is very right, and what Dr. Percy G, everybody is shared, it's jnanat evatu kaivalya, but that helps in preparing the mind for it. Right. So it is 6:10.
Please send the blessings to my father.
Yeah,
and me.
certainly. Yeah, I was just thinking, we'll, of course, all prayers and healing
Yeah,
blessings. to
whatever
Father.
is best
Yes,
should happen
may
to
the
him.
best happen. May the best happen.
Brahmaraji, here it is said Sahaj. We have born with that. So we have that karmas already with us. So with jnana, we have to go through that effortlessly. And in this empirical world, everything is like a dream. It's a illusionary. So whatever we are thinking or responsibilities or anything, if we think like that, it's like a dream, it will not bother us much. I feel like this.
Correct. That is the way out. So you are not acquiring more vasanas. See, if you remember,
Yeah, this is a
they told us once of looking at the world like a photograph or looking at it like looking at the mirror. If you're looking at it as if you're looking like at the mirror, the image will not stick. The image doesn't stick to the mirror. But the problem is if you develop it and make it into a hard copy photograph, that will stick. That is vasanas. Those will continue. Here we are here with a set of vasanas to relieve these vasanas. But instead we are acquiring more and more photographs by being stuck in the world. Very
So
beautiful
we
discussion.
need
Yeah.
to relieve our photo album, so to say, and make it empty.
Otherwise, that will be the cause for our Janma Marana again and
Yeah,
again.
that is the cause. That's why we come back to keep looking at our photo albums. If you relieve all our photo albums and make it like clean like a mirror with that antakarana shuddhi, and it is still there, we're able to see ourselves, our true selves. We'll be able to not see. I shouldn't use the word see. We will realize our true nature, rediscover our true nature.
Also, these difficult situations, they make you more stronger, they make you evolve, and the faith deepens further. I think this way, like whatever is happening, it is for a good cause, again for a good cause, though we feel very miserable at that time. But when that thing gets over, then you just look behind and see how you were before and how you are now. So they do make a change in your life in a greater aspect. That that attitude of yours, which was initially very weak, you become more strong, and like to our own surprise, we feel that how we were then and how we are now. This is also the things which, and it is said, no, that when you are walking on this path, you are tested time and again, and this is only to make that faith deep, so that you don't shiver or shake on this path. And it is for a good cause, I think, though it is very hard words to say, but I think this is the truth. And it happens only mainly with the sadhak or the people walking on this path. They face so many difficulties, but they do come out very nicely of these situations. Yeah.
Thank you for that reassurance. Very, very comforting.
Ramaraji, should we stop here or we
We'll
can?
stop here. We'll stop here, Bela, because we don't have time enough.
I'll just give me 2 minutes. I'll play the Bhajagovindam from 15th or 16th.
Yeah, 16th verse onwards. You can. In fact, on the Art of Living app, the thing is, favorable, unfavorable situations are part of life. Moving through
Dr.
them.
Bella, sorry, Brahmara, you have
Yeah.
to push the button up to about 13 minutes, 20 seconds or something like that. Then it will play from the 15th, 15th thing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Bela is
Hari
doing
Om,
it.
Dr. Mara. What is
It's on the top, right? The play button. You push the play button to about 13 minutes, 20 seconds or 25 seconds. Then it will start playing from the 15.
I think I will have to look. It is on the group, no? You have shared on the group, Dr. Mara.
Yeah, I did. Okay, you having. Okay, you want me to play it, but I have to get my computer.
This
Give me a second.
Govindam by Dr. Renu has also shared. Is it the same?
Yeah, the one with the slogam.org.
No, not the one that has that's the.
Yeah, okay.
One shared by Sumaji, the one which is shared by you, right? Yeah. I found it, Dr. Mara. Yeah. The YouTube video, what you have sent. Yeah. So what I have to here, I have to
Not
on the top.
YouTube. Yeah, there is a play button on the top. You just push it up to 13 minutes or something like that. The whole thing will play for 33 minutes.
This one,
So
right? This one,
yeah,
right?
yeah, on the
So
top.
I have
Yeah,
to take
yeah,
this
yeah,
to
yeah. Go up to 13. Yeah. Click on the play button.
I
Yeah,
have to click and
and then you can.
up to 13, no?
Yeah, yeah. There you can. Yeah. Yeah, now it will play.
Kshamyatam. We can
Yeah.
do the Shanti
We'll do the
mantra.
Shanti part and then we'll play this.
Yeah. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kashit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanastu.
Let's all pray also for Madhuri ji's
Madhuri
father.
ji's father. Yeah.
Yeah.
भज गोविन्दम् गोविन्दम् भज मूढमते कुरुते गङ्गा सागर गमनम् परिपालनम् अगवादानम् कुरुते गङ्गा सागर गमनम् परिपालनम् अगवादानम् ज्ञानविहीनः सर्वमतेन ज्ञानविहीनः सर्वमतेन भजति नमोऽप्यं जन्मशतेन भजति नमोऽप्यं जन्मशतेन भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम् गोविन्दम् भज मूढमते सुरमणिरतरु भुवनिवासः चरितामूलम् अजिनं वासः सुरमणिरतरु मूलनिवासः शय्यामूलम् अजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगरागः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं करोति रागः कस्य सुखं करोति रागः भज गोविन्दम् गोविन्दम् मूढमते भोगरतो वा भोगरतो वा योगरतो वा भोगरतो वा सङ्गरतो वा सङ्गविहीनः योगरतो वा भोगरतो वा सङ्गरतो वा सङ्गविहीनः यस्य ब्रह्मणि रमते यस्य ब्रह्मणि रमते चित्तो यस्य ब्रह्मणि रमते चित्तो नन्दति नन्दति नन्दत्येव नन्दति नन्दति नन्दत्येव भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम् गोविन्दम् भज मूढमते भगवद्गीता किञ्चिदगीता भगवद्गीता गीता गङ्गाजलतव कनिका गीता भगवद्गीता किञ्चिदगीता गङ्गाजलतव कनिका गीता सद्गतियेन मुरारी सद्गतियेन मुरारी समाचार सद्गतियेन मुरारी समाचार क्रियते तस्य येन न चर्चा क्रियते तस्य येन न चर्चा भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम् भज
सारे इह संसारे बहुत सारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते प्रत्याशर्पट विरचित कंदः प्रत्याशर्पट विरचित कंदः पुण्यापुण्यविवर्जित तनुतः पुण्यापुण्यविवर्जित तनुतः योगी योग नियोजित चित्तः योगी योग नियोजित चित्तः रमते बालो महतदेव रमते बालो महतदेव भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते तत्त्वं तोऽहं कुतः आयातः स्वं तोऽहं कुतः आयातः कामे जननी गोविदातः कामे जननी गोविदातः इति परिभावय सर्वमसारम् इति परिभावय सर्वमसारम् विश्वं ज्ञात्वा स्वप्नविचारम् विश्वं ज्ञात्वा स्वप्नविचारम् भज गोविंदं गोविंदं भज मूढ़मते जान्या त्रयिको विष्णुः त्रयिमहि जान्या त्रयिको विष्णुः व्यर्थं कोऽप्यसि मया सहिष्णुः व्यर्थं कोऽप्यसि मया सहिष्णुः भवसमच्चित्तः सर्वज्ञात्वं भवसमच्चित्तः सर्वज्ञात्वं वाचस्य चित्तः यदि विष्णुत्वं वाचस्य चित्तः यदि विष्णुत्वं भज गोविंदं भज गोविंदं गोविंदं भज मूढ़मते शत्रौ मित्रे पुत्रे बन्धो मा कुरु यत्नं निग्रहसन्धौ शत्रौ मित्रे पुत्रे बन्धो मा कुरु यत्नं विग्रहसन्धौ सर्वस्मिन्नपि पश्यात्मानं सर्वस्मिन्नपि पश्यात्मानं सर्वत्रासृज भेयायानं सर्वत्रासृज भेयायानं भज गोविंदं भज गोविंदं Bhajagovindam Govindam Bhaja Purnamate Neyam Gita Nama Sahasram Neyam Srimati Rupa Majasram Neyam Gita Nama Sahasram Neyam Srimati Rupa Majasram Neyam Sajjara Sangejitam Neyam Sajjara Sangejitam Neyam Deenajaya Javitam Neyam Deenajaya Javitam Bhajagovindam Bhajagovindam Govindam Bhaja Purnamate Sugataha Kriyate Rama Bhogaha Nashadanta Sharire Rogaha Sugataha Kriyate Rama Bhogaha Nashadanta Sharire Rogaha Yajyapi Loke Maranam Sharanam Yajyapi Loke Maranam Sharanam Tadapi Namunchati Pavacharanam Tadapi Namunchati Pavacharanam Bhajagovindam Bhajagovindam Govindam Bhaja Purnamate Agamanatam Bhavaya Nityam Nasti Tata Sukha Desha Satyam Agamanatam Bhavaya Nityam Nasti Tata Sukha Desha Satyam Putradapi Dhana Bhajamiti Putradapi Dhana Bhajamiti Sarvataisha Vidaditi Sarvataisha Vidaditi Bhajagovindam Bhajagovindam Govindam Bhaja Purnamate Pranayamam Pratyaharam Nitya Nitya Viveka Vicharam Pranayamam Pratyaharam Nitya Nitya Viveka Vicharam Sabya Sameta Samadhi Vidhano Sabya Sameta Samadhi Vidhano Purvavadhanam Mahadavadhanam Purvavadhanam Mahadavadhanam Bhajagovindam Bhajagovindam Govindam Bhaja Purnamate Guru Charanambuja Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhaktaha Samsarat Hariha Bhava Muktaha नियमादेवो रक्षसि निज हृदय संदेवम् रक्षसि निज हृदय संदेवम् भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम् गोविन्दम् भज मूढमते भज गोविन्दम् भज गोविन्दम्